Hey, everybody! I still need to share to a couple places, but while I am doing that, hey, Christina. I haven't seen her in a long time. She's a YouTube follower.
Yeah.
And
What's up?
Susan, huh?
I said, what's up?
Susan, Adam, and Brian, and Courtney. Hey, Courtney. I was about to start sharing this, Courtney. Feel free to share away if you want to. I'm going to let Jesse introduce himself and tell everybody what he does and why he is on here and how we met him. The real story, not the pretend story. No.
Yeah.
I'm going to share while you do that.
All right. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I'm the owner, Jesse Stuart, of dsghost.com. You can probably only imagine where I got the name, but have fun with it and use your imagination. But so I got started in this field about 8 years ago. And as I progressed and learned more about equipment and how much it cost, I realized very quickly that I could make this and give it to people on more of a budget. And when I started to do that, a lot of people started to follow what I was doing and asking me to make more and more and more and more. And so it went from buying ghost hunting equipment and selling it to making it and selling it. So then I got the opportunity, what was it, earlier this year to meet Rosie and them at Fear Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. Got to meet a lot of new well, I say new because I've never met most of these people that were at the event, but it was a good time and had fun doing that. So yeah.
Yeah, you made all kinds of connections that day. I guess everybody was one
Yeah, I did.
yeah.
I did. And I've learned in this field it's I really enjoy the people. Everybody seems to get along very well, and I think that's one thing I like about the paranormal field. And with D's Ghost, I do it because I enjoy it. When I get an email from a customer or a person that says, "Man, this piece of equipment was awesome," you know, it 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 just makes me want to do it more. Um, so
Hey, Nick Muley.
So, yeah. And the thing about it is like you're always like, just doing new things, not just selling the same stuff over and over. So you're always doing stuff.
oh yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff, a lot of companies will take um, their own product and put it out and continue to push that over and over, which is awesome. But I really try to listen to the feedback of the teams and the customers because a lot of the ideas come from them. It's just a matter of me trying to make it come to life.
Yeah, and that's just the limit of your imagination and whatever you can come up with next. I mean, or you're sitting there at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes, or you send a video. Look what I just come up with. You're so excited,
Oh yeah,
and
I mean,
that's all.
right now I'm at my work table, in the basement, and
Mm-hmm.
this is where I sit and do it. And God forbid the wife, she hates it sometimes, but it's enjoyable. I really like it.
I'm sure she likes it if you sell quite a bit of stuff, though, and you make a good profit.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, I don't really do it for the money. And
Yeah.
to be fair, I really don't make a whole bunch on it. That's not my goal.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to keep the site up and keep me able to, it's almost like to keep it going, but I want to kind of go back into the earlier days of ghost hunting. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, for
And
sure.
and
Yeah.
so I think that's kind of where
That's a
I want
cool
some of my
goal. I like
equipment to
that.
go. You know, uh, I mean, yeah, all these new pieces of equipment, they're all fancy and they're all electronical and they have digital boards and all that. But in reality, do we really need that kind of equipment to be successful as a ghost hunter? Right? I mean, our objective
Not
is the
really.
same thing. You know what I mean? Our objective
Mhm.
is the same thing. So, um, why make people spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on things that maybe they don't have to spend that much on it to get it to do the same thing?
It's also
Right.
cool that you make different things that are for the appeal of a person that might be more visual, a person that might be more audio, or a
Uh huh.
person that might be traditional with, older uh, plain pieces of like REM, like REM pods have been around
Yeah.
basically like throughout this whole, or most of it, the most recent years of investigation and public investigations and shows and stuff like that. What's the first piece of
Oh yeah.
equipment that you ever made?
Uh, I believe it was. I believe it was like a REM pod, like those mini REM pods that people do, and they put a light in it.
Hmm.
I figured out how to do that, and just kind of evolved it from there. And then I'm a big like trigger object guy, so I always like trigger objects. I think they're the greatest thing because, in my mind, if I can get a, if I can get it to go off on a trigger object, then I mean, to me, that's more proof than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a more controlled response from
Yeah. Oh, most
like or
definitely.
literally a response, like the trigger
Yeah.
of the item is your
Yeah.
response. Yeah.
And I guess my thing is I always hear people say, they're like, oh man, I've seen this full body apparition. But to me, I've never seen one. So I try to come up with equipment that is going to benefit the way I can ghost hunt. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, I have more of an audio response. So I tend to hear more um, audible stuff.
Hmm.
I don't know why, can't figure it out, but that's what normally happens. Um, so I think that's why I like more of the trigger object because it's a visual and hearing thing.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm always doing something creative or new,
Yeah.
and I'm a
Question.
goofball at that. So
Yeah. Well, you gotta
yeah,
have fun while
yeah.
you're doing it. If you don't have fun while you're doing it, then it's not as enjoyable,
Oh
right?
no, I mean, yeah, I want to take it serious, but gosh, at the end of the day, we do it because we enjoy it. So I think if
Yeah.
you can't be too serious, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but
I
all
think
right,
there's a
what
good place for some that are serious and some that are not as serious. Like they kind of mesh together,
yeah. No, don't get me wrong, when things get crazy, hey, it's GH time, okay? Like it's time to get serious. Uh
The OGGH.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what does
This
it say?
is
What's
Jesse.
the
What was your
opinion?
opinion of the temple, and how do you think the equipment responds there?
From what I saw and heard, I think it's a great environment. I think that the more people and teams go out there to investigate, I think that they're going to get there's so much potential activity there um, that I don't think people have came across yet. If that makes sense,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, and
and I
and,
think that
and
we
I think
kind
it,
of sort of jump started it.
you did, and
Yeah.
I think a little bit of different variety of equipment in there. I think they're going to find so much stuff there, and it's such a beautiful place with a good history that I mean, I was excited.
Yeah, I thought we all got each different group. I think there was three groups, and I think every group got their own, and some of them got similar responses and similar interaction from similar said spirits. But I think
Yeah.
that everybody got their own experience to have actual evidence. Everyone got all
Oh
different
yeah.
kinds of stuff going
Hundred
on.
percent.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
Definitely.
So,
Here's the question.
yeah. Go
Oh
ahead. Was it?
wow.
Let me ask this one more quick, Jason, and then you go.
Okay.
Question for Jesse Stewart. Hey, how do you come up with all of the unique equipment you create?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, some of it stems from from me as a ghost hunter and what I would like to see, and what are, it could have been maybe what were some of the struggles I had as a ghost hunter investigating, and how can I make it better or easier. And then a lot of it is customers messaging me like, hey, what do you think about this idea, or could you do this for me? Or so then I think about what they're telling me, and I'm like, okay, how can I originate that into something that maybe somebody else doesn't necessarily have right now? So I think it kind of goes both ways, between my imagination and the customer's imagination. There's so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you haven't even touched on like a small, a small percentage of what you'll probably do in the next few years, especially
Yeah.
if you just keep, being motivated about it. Motivated about it, but
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can remember when I first started doing this. Credibility is a big deal in this field. I've
mhm.
realized that super quick, because in the beginning it was like I had to prove that I was reputable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is hard. That really is hard when you're new. And because I don't necessarily look at it as a business, because I was I'm an investigator. So like, from me to you, from investigator to investigator, it's already there. But when the customer looks at me or my company, they have a whole different thought process on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Hmm.
sure.
I'll let you go
So
real
I'm trying
quick,
to read
Jason.
this.
If Jason
So,
wants to ask this question real quick, then I'll ask this one after that.
Okay.
yeah, that's just one thing. There's you're talking about being reputable and all that stuff. You're competing with like what was it, like Ghost? What is it called? Ghost.com or whatever it is that they buy the equipment
Yeah.
on, and like
Uh-huh.
people were talking about, like like Addict Junkie or something like
Oh,
that.
Ghost Stop. You're talking about Ghost Stop?
Yeah, Ghost Stop. That's what it is. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Ghost Augustine or whatever?
And then you're looking, and somebody comes across your stuff, and they're like, this is the same thing for
Ghost
like
Stop.
half the cost, doing the exact same thing, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
and it's really hard because they see the price, and they want to believe it, but then they're like, well, you know what I mean? Then they go to what's reputable at the time. And I think that's the barrier, like I want to break for people and let them know, because realistically, I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I've been burnt by a builder. You know what I mean? Where I paid for
Yeah.
something, I didn't get it, or I got it and it was broke and they never responded back. So
Yeah.
anybody that purchases something from me, you get my personal card, which has my personal number on it, because I want that one-on-one connection with my customer, or that investigator. You know, I even started offering insurance on my products. They can purchase like a 6-month insurance policy on their products, so it doesn't matter what happens to it. Within 6 months, if it happens, they just show me the video and I send them a new one. You know,
yeah,
um,
that's pretty
so
awesome.
things like that is what I've had to do to show people that I am reputable, that I stand behind my product, stand behind my word.
There's another question for you, and that's good to do the insurance, and it's like actually really forgiving of you to be that trusting to like have the video of the broken equipment and just send them another one rather than making them send it back, because almost every company, especially if they're franchised or they're a big
Yeah.
corporate company, they make
Uh-huh.
you send it back. Sometimes they'll pay the shipping, you send it back, and then they refurbish it and then they send it back to you.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, and I mean, I could do that, but why? At the end of the
yeah,
day, like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna, if that customer, this is the way I see it. If they've purchased that insurance, why take them through all them loops? You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, it's just gonna frustrate them. There's no need to frustrate them. Then they show me the broken product, boom, it's good to go.
yeah.
Let's take care of them. They've in a sense, they've already paid for it. I don't make anything off of it, but you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think we have a competitive small business um, market also, and it's good to do things like that to keep the customers coming back to you and keep them happy and have like some
oh
kind
yeah,
of good customer service qualities, because then they're gonna keep telling everybody about you.
yeah. I
Another
mean,
question.
go ahead.
Good. I was gonna ask this other question. Have you heard of
Yeah.
people making equipment using the Oculus Quest 2 and an eye blaster of some sort to see in the dark to track apparitions. I think I've actually heard Tim Kohler talk about that.
I haven't. I haven't really. To be fair, I don't really pay attention to what other builders do.
Hmm.
If that makes sense, please don't take that the wrong way. But
That's like, yeah. Hey. Comparison is
you know
the
what I
thief
mean?
of your joy.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I haven't really. I've heard about it. I haven't paid attention to. Maybe it's something I probably should look into, but I just I do my own thing and I do what my customers want. And I think that's where I'm stuck on. You know what I mean? I try not to veer out, see what the latest and greatest thing is. But no, so I apologize. I hope if that answers the question.
Yeah, I definitely like anytime I share your stuff or tell anybody about you, and it's I always tell everybody, it's better to, you're talking about supporting small business and
Uh huh.
Yeah.
that kind of thing. That's more. We're gonna definitely push that more than we are for anybody that's got some kind of a corporate kind of thing going on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, realistically, like I could, the money I've dumped into this, people would be fathomed on what I've dumped into this. And I can only imagine what these big companies are like.
Yeah.
What the last question, what they were talking about, the money these companies dump into that, I'm not at that point yet where I'm ready to dump that kind of money into that kind of product. You know what I
right.
mean? Not
Yeah.
that I won't in the future, but right now, I mean, the way I see it, like my goal is to kind of get back to the basics of ghost hunting. So I don't want to go too far off of
Hmm.
my goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And some people will never
Um,
do that. They won't really sell out. They'll just stay small or they'll stay to the traditional way of doing things. I
yeah,
see a
I
lot of
mean,
people do that,
hey,
especially small businesses
yeah,
like restaurants, for example, like mom and
yeah, I
pop
mean,
restaurants. There's only one of them in the world. There's not anymore.
yeah, I mean, if these ghosts got big, that would be fantastic, of course, but it wouldn't change my mission or my goal. You know what I mean? I'm very strong-hearted person, so once I believe in something and I have a goal set, it stays. It's there because it's worked in the past and it's something I want to see. It's a vision.
Yeah, yeah, for
It
sure.
made it,
Like
it
we
made it totally
mentioned,
better.
you mentioned, we're talking about Ghost Stop. You go in there and you buy a REM pod that's one of the big round ones, and just because it was
Uh-huh.
on TV, everybody wants that one. You know, when they
Yeah.
could go to somebody like you that makes them that does the exact same thing for not
Oh, it's
nothing
a
$180. It's way cheaper than that.
yeah. No,
You know,
and I'm not here to like knock any company's equipment by any means because they've all
yeah,
put hard work, effort, and all that into it. But I do know at the end of the day, we're restricting the field, if that makes sense. We're keeping people that want to know more about the paranormal
Yeah.
and want to learn more and get into it by making them pay $300 to $400 for these pieces of equipment or $200 when they don't have to. Maybe they can't afford it, or maybe they're so new into it they don't want to spend that much.
yeah,
We've got to have an avenue to guide them in. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
To help them with.
And by supporting each other, we're actually getting each other up the pyramid to make that breakthrough to help those people. Because without people sharing your stuff, other people out there that have no clue that it exists, they're never going to actually get to enjoy it. If they would have known about it, they might,
Oh
want
yeah,
to
and the only thing
try it out.
I've really noticed as a builder, I don't really call myself an ITC specialist. Okay, I'm not nothing
Yeah.
like crazy fancy. I don't claim to be. But the one thing I've noticed is a lot of builders don't like sharing with other builders or ghost hunters. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there's a threatened piece there. And if somebody asks me, I have no problem telling them, you know. But what sucks is when you've got the DIY guy saying, "Oh, well, you could build this and buy this for that price." But that's the wrong avenue. Do we really want new ghost hunters trying to build things that they've never built before? They don't know what they're doing. You know
right.
what I mean?
And wasting
Do
a
we
lot of
really?
money and a lot of hours and a lot of
Yeah, I
sleepless
mean, there's,
nights.
and I see that like theoretically, I think my prices are reasonably priced. You know what I mean? I have what I try to explain to people is there is an overhead, right? So even though my price might be half the price of something else that's more fancy, I can't really take it any lower because I have to continue to buy supplies, right? I have
Right.
to
Mhm.
pay
Yeah,
myself
I know
for
because
the
I actually
labor
have
that I'm
small
putting.
business. Yeah, and if
Yeah,
you don't
so
make anything, then you can't keep making stuff. Like if you don't pull money in, it's like a circular to keep
right,
making
and
stuff.
it's like the groups. I love to support the ghost hunting groups. I
Hmm.
love it, every aspect of it. The only part I don't like is when you see the DIY guys in there saying, "Oh, don't buy that. That's too expensive. You can buy it and build it yourself for this price." But
Yeah.
it to me, isn't that a safety concern? Like, do we really want somebody with batteries and wiring and doing all this when they don't know what they're doing? That's what the DIY guys are for. That's what
Yeah,
companies like me are for, right? Like
yeah.
to help them. So yeah. Anyways, I apologize. I
If
got
you
on
have a
a
team of
little.
like four people, each person has basically their job on that
Yeah.
team, and everybody's
Hmm.
job isn't to make their own equipment, or they're not going to have an
Yeah.
audio reviewer and a video reviewer person that
Hmm.
goes back over evidence and combs it and looks at it and photos, which I've done
Oh
endless
yeah.
hours of. And I can tell you it's very time consuming. I wouldn't have the time to do that and make equipment and go on investigations and do shows. I wouldn't have the time to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you said that the first device you made was a REM pod, and
It was.
that goes from, let's just start right there, to what exactly is the newest thing right now.
Yeah.
Well, so
And can you show us?
yeah. So right now, this time of season, basically everything that comes through is built and sent out right away. Normally, I have back stock, but obviously now I don't. But I have some things like I've been working on and going through. Um, and let me see if I can show you. But this is one of my little contraptions
Mm-hmm.
that, let me hold on, let me find the camera. There we go.
Mhm.
So for me as a ghost hunter, right? If I'm using a spirit box, if I want to use a spirit box and have other pieces of equipment with me, I've got to make it easy for me, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The other part is, so what this is I've wired in the spirit box that's got the sweep up at the top that can be
Mm-hmm.
adjusted. You got the spirit box, and then it's wired into the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this idea came from how do I make a spirit box session convenient,
Uh-huh.
and how do I make it easy for people that want to use the Estes method?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
So
this, which
that's
is
where
my favorite, most prized possession and treasure.
Mhm.
It's like you
yeah,
made one of these, basically.
pretty much.
You made an AM/FM
Um,
headphone set.
Pretty much. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I
but you did it
did
in the
without
garage.
pretty much.
Mhm.
And this is what I got from like teams. They were wanting me to make this because they're like,
Yeah.
I want to do the Estes method, but what do you suggest for a spirit box? So you got these people using SB7s, they're using hacked boxes, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I designed and well, I built and customized the way this box, the way I want it to perform. And now I've wired it into my headphones. So now I could just walk around in an investigation with an EMF meter in my hand at the same time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
it's better to free up the hands. I will say that's why I like this too. And plus,
yeah.
the reason I like it the most is because of the nostalgic value of it. Because it belonged to my stepdad, and he passed
Oh yeah.
away, and he programmed radios and stuff, and what they
Uh huh.
basically had his own little radio shack. So
Uh huh.
like, I just like that it works too. It
That
actually
is no.
works.
That
It's not
is
broken.
it's awesome.
It's my favorite thing to use.
100%. Now you got that. Did you have somebody work on that to have it sweep for you?
No, I hand dial. It has a hand dial,
Oh,
and I just
okay.
do the hand dial method, which is
That's
old
awesome.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people talk about that all the time. The manual where you just
Hmm.
turn it. People talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was one of the things that I have. The other thing is I'll take, little things like this. So this is a bulb. But if you think about it, it looks weird. Okay, it just looks like a box with a bulb on it, which
Uh
that's
huh.
what it is. But if I'm in an investigation, right? my first thing first is safety, right? We walk into these pitch black buildings. We have no idea what we're walking into. So, like, this is a very dim. When I mean a very dim, it's very dim. So, in the pitch black, this will lighten up the room just enough to let you see a little bit, but still gives you the the euphoria of the intensity around you. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Like, so
Sorry, there's like
that,
something going on behind the scenes over here, and I'm trying to think what should I do about it.
oh, I thought you were
But
gonna
I'm
say there
listening to
was
you at the
something
same
behind
time.
me.
No, 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 not
But
behind your scenes, behind the
but
StreamYard
that's what I
scenes.
do.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take little things like that and wire them in, and
Hmm.
to me, like, stuff like that gives me more of a nostalgic feeling around it. And I think, to me, like, the paranormal, there's so many avenues. Like this piece right here, this is a new piece of equipment I'm working with. So it is based. What it does is I take a sound board, and this microphone will pick up anything around it. And what
Hmm.
it does is it takes that sound and it puts it right back out as a frequency.
Huh.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty cool.
so instead of
Echolocation.
yeah, kind of like, so you can even you can hear it. Like, if something were to speak into this, the frequency that whatever that was that used, that sound will come out. So you won't be able to say, like, hear what it's saying, but you'll know that something it picked up something around this
Yeah. So
field.
does
And
it
it,
make
and
like a beeping, or like what kind of noise comes out of it
yeah,
when you
so, and
actually?
this is a prototype, so like the lid doesn't stay on right away,
Yeah.
but you'll
Oh, and it has
hear,
colors too and lights.
yeah, so it'll dim like as it hears things. And I don't know if you can hear the buzz around it,
Yeah.
like the frequency behind my voice,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it, it will pick it up. Like, for instance, if it picks up wind, like, I'll stop, you won't hear anything, but do you hear that?
yeah,
Yeah.
So it will pick up and it will push that frequency out. Like, now I can almost hear my voice through it, but it's not quite my
I
voice,
want
if
one of
that makes
those.
sense.
I want that.
So yeah, I mean, the theory is, and you can set, if you open the lid, there's a little dial in
Hmm.
it, and you can adjust the sensitivity, which I usually set it, but that's something else I'm working on. Um, I don't know, it's just something cool to,
It is. It
I don't
reminds
even
me
know
of
how I
like
got the idea.
like Alien,
Yeah,
when
it's like,
supposedly the aliens are trying to communicate with us in the way that it sounds through
it's
our
like the
electronics.
wavelength of the frequency, yeah, coming through
Yeah.
there. That's what it's doing. It's taking what it hears to go in, and then it's forcing out the frequency or wavelength that it hears. So it's
Yeah.
kind of letting you know, like, instead of the standard buzz or beep, or you know what I mean, or
Hmm.
light, it's just another way for you to walk around. And
Yeah.
if
Like
that
what
were
he
to go
said.
off, you're like, yeah, like,
He
what was
said it's
that?
like a translator. Adam said, "Yeah, kind of, huh?"
It is. It's almost like a translator, but it's just letting you know that that's the frequency it heard, or the wavelength it heard.
You know what it also reminds me of? I don't know what it's called, but
Huh.
on Willy Wonka, where they get in that thing and it breaks them up into little bitty pieces, and then it transports them and puts them in that little television, and it goes,
yeah,
Yeah.
and it makes this weird digital noise, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
they're there,
No,
and you can
that's
hear them talking, but they're little bitty, and so it sounds like a
yeah,
little
that's
bittier
uh-huh.
version of what you were saying, but it was that little bitty version of Jesse's
Oh yeah,
talking.
and that's what I realized is, if I take away the amplifier from it, because if I put an amplifier through it, you're going to hear what's coming through it. But at the end of the day, like, I don't really want to hear what's through it. I just want to hear something different, like the frequency or the sound. It intrigues me because I've had a few times where I'm sitting here, nothing's happening, nothing being said, and you start getting these weird buzzing sounds, or like wavelength sounds that I'm like, I can't explain what it is or where it's coming from. You know
yeah.
what I
What's the
mean?
sensitivity level? Like, what will it pick up? Would it actually pick up like
Uh,
a very far away noise, or like a mouse making a little
no,
squeak?
it's gonna pick up, like, if I had to guess, probably 2 feet around it. So it's not gonna pick up like crazy. Um, I could probably make it do that, but um, I think if you make it too sensitive, it can easily be debunked. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
That's
don't know. That's how
probably
I think of
true.
it.
Yeah. Depending on
Because
the
my
controlled manner in which you like get the
right,
sound
and
and give the sound, yeah.
if I'm holding this and I'm walking around with it, I only want to detect what's around me anyways. So I'm really,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So um I don't even know. I don't even have a name for it. But it's that's something I'm working on. Um and then
The Wonka pod.
the Wonka pod. There you go.
Willy Wonka pod. The Wonka pod.
That is funny.
Yeah.
So these are
Yeah.
the orbs that you'll
Yep.
see. So you'll see sorry, there you go. But like
Yay.
so I used this wood wicker, and there is a sensor, a battery sensor inside of this that can be replaced. And it's actually really cool. I can't, well, hold on, let me see if it'll. So you got to find like, there you go. So like, I'll show you.
Nick
So
wanted to
if I
know real
tap,
quick. Sorry, I didn't ask you this, and it has to do
no,
with the
go ahead.
last piece of equipment. Nick had asked, "What equipment is that supposed to be again?" He had to get off and back on the one
Oh,
before this.
this, the sound.
Yeah.
So to me, basically what I'm describing of it is it's almost like a frequency meter to me. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're hearing come through it. It's taking what it comes in and it's pushing out a wavelength or a frequency of what it hears. I
It
don't know.
reminds me of Contact, the movie Contact 2, when they start getting those
Yeah.
frequencies and then they translate them into like a picture of Hitler on the
Uh-huh.
screen. That kind of reminds me of that too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, but that's, I mean, I don't know. That's what my brain, that's what people ask for me. And sorry, I hope you don't mind. I'm hitting that vape.
I thought it was really cold in there.
No, it would have been cool though. All right, so this is what I call the orb, and it looks awesome at night. I wish I could turn off all the lights, but like that's just me tapping the table just lightly. Like you can sense it. Like when you move it, you shake it real hard, and then you move
Mhm.
it to where it's the most sensitive, and
Mhm.
then yeah, like it can, like if I were to like see I just blew on it and it went off. I mean, if I tap the table lightly, it goes off. So I just think that that is the reason I came up with that was because the spirit balls are extremely popular, but the one flaw is the battery. Once it goes dead, it's done. Um, and
Yeah.
with this, it's more of an organic product.
Mhm.
But like I said, the chip boards in it, it took me about 6 months to find this particular sensor. I mean,
Mhm.
hundreds of dollars were put into these sensors to find these
Yeah.
particular sensors. You know what I mean? So good luck to anybody trying to find these.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I mean that's just me moving the phone and it
I've heard that from some people that make equipment that they were having a harder time finding stuff right now for some reason, maybe shipping reasons or whatnot. But
yeah. No,
Mm.
it
me too,
does. And so like even you'll start to see prices of equipment go up because of it. I haven't raised my prices because I haven't seen that big of an influx in price yet. But it can get, yeah, it does get kind of hard to find certain things sometimes. It can.
Yeah. What's what's really cool is when you're developing all these little products, and you like you send me a video of it. You're like so excited, and that's awesome because it's because
mm-hmm.
you know
I
you,
like it
Oh
too.
yeah.
And I'm
just
like,
to
are
have
we
Well,
supposed to share this video or are we
oh yeah.
supposed to
Oh
just
yeah.
share the post?
No, it's cool to share things with people because I feed off of other ideas as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like most ghost hunters are going to be like, "Oh, that's cool, but I'd like to see this." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and that's really where I go with it most of the time. And I am working on a 3D printed version of this as well. So
Awesome.
I'll have other versions of it in the future. So
yeah.
Can't wait to see
Uh,
it.
absolutely.
And I know the last time I knew at the temple we were talking about you were making that uh
Yes and no
yes,
board.
yes and no board. Yeah,
Oh
with
yeah,
the
yeah. So working with Ernie and them, this is Pac-Man Paranormal. This
Mhm.
is the planchette that I'm wanting to use on that board.
Mhm.
Um, and so
That'd be
yeah,
awesome.
it'll basically function that way. I've just been so busy, I haven't really. I think I've got a prototype of it somewhere in here,
I've seen
but I
it.
haven't.
Seen it.
Yeah, and I haven't finished it and like put it out yet. It is something that I'll probably work on in the future. So, but it's not a Ouija board, but it's just a yes or no, just without all the electronics.
Mhm.
If a spirit wants to
It
move
looks
it, they
cooler
will.
than some of the ones I've seen before, though. That I've seen some yes and no boxes before, and I
Uh-huh.
thought they were cool anyways, just because of what they do. But I think that the one that you're making is the design is cooler. The
Oh yeah,
idea
it's
is cooler.
yeah. I mean, the whole idea is to that planchette to spin on that board freely, and if a spirit wants to move it, it will have the opportunity to move it. Is it
I
going to be a
shared this on
product?
your page, by the way. That's why there's a bunch of people that are like Jesse, Jesse, Jesse. I went ahead and put it on your page.
yeah, I see a lot of
Oh,
people.
okay, cool, cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome, actually.
Like I think they know you, basically.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some of them might.
This is Courtney. She said, "Hey, Jesse from These Ghosts."
Uh oh, Courtney in the house.
Courtney Karis or Karis.
yeah. So you talked about your design of the coffins. Um, those. I don't think I've seen those anywhere else like that before.
Oh, the coffin boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. There was a builder um, a while ago. I think it was like Thomas ITC, or I want to
I've
say
seen a
that's what it
metal
is.
version of it, but it's not the same.
Uh-huh. Well, he
I
took
think it's what you're
the
talking about.
exact same way, and then I was like, man, I really like that. When I first started, that's when I was buying equipment from ITC makers and then selling it on my site for them. Well, then he just stopped making stuff. And I'm like, well, the coffin, like, and then I put it up and everybody wanted the coffin. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they want. They want that coffin shape.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it resembles, I mean, realistically, we are investigating spirits of people. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
what we
It
classify
represents the
as energy.
afterlife. It's like a good
Yeah. So I
symbol and
mean,
a good icon for the afterlife. Like people have pins and shirts and like
mhm.
jackets and just a symbol of the coffin. Fingernails. You can get coffin nails. They're really famous right now. Pretty
Yeah, and
popular.
and people just enjoy it. They like it, so I've
Hmm.
kept it, and that's what they want. So if that's what they want, that's what I give them.
Yeah. Yeah. And they come like it's pretty cool how they're kind of customizable, like what you do as far as like colors and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Hmm.
some people will request colors, and if I can get the color, I'll do it. I get a lot of people like that. They'll want a certain color. LED. So I will tell you. So when you guys investigate and record, do you use a lot of IR?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, uh, it's a definitely good thing to have.
Right. So I've had actual teams ask me, they want me to come up with a REM pod with IR lights. So it can
yeah,
Okay.
only be detected on the camera.
yeah, that's an awesome idea.
That'd be
You know what
cool.
I mean? Because it kind of
Mhm.
proves the evidence. So that's what I'm working on now. So I'm literally just waiting on the IR light or the IR bulbs to come in, and that will be something new that will be on the market. A lot of teams like to record it, and when you see an IR light go on full spectrum or
Yeah,
night vision, it's super bright. You can't miss it.
yeah.
It's plain as day, because sometimes regular LEDs don't pick up as bright on those.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's something else that I think is definitely cool that I'm not really seeing too much on the market. So
Yeah, it'd be a cool piece of equipment to sit in a place that you're going to set up a camera and you're going to just leave it
Hmm.
there and you're going to go on about your investigation.
Oh yeah, yeah, to see if you got something.
Yeah. So, Rosie, do you have that? Do you have that little piece of the equipment with the little green light on there?
Yeah, I have all of them. And I have photos too and a video of me actually
Oh okay.
using it when I actually used it.
Oh okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
the static.
Yep. I'll pull
Yeah,
it up. Hang
and
on.
so
You can go ahead and talk. I'll just do screen sharing, but you can still talk while I'm doing it.
No,
no.
that's her baby.
Huh? Yeah, that's
Oh
my
yeah,
baby. My daughter
yeah.
asked me
So
a while
that
ago to touch it, and I was like, no.
well, and that is one of the most underrated pieces of equipment that investigators just don't look at. Is the static detectors or the little static meters or whatever you want to call them. People just, I guess maybe they don't think they're as fun, but it's still a field that detects something different in the area.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
I don't know. I thought it was really really cool. She fell in love with it and then said she was going to sleep with it that night.
I did.
there you go.
And that's me using it in an area at the temple that there was these lockers, and it wouldn't go off when I left the room and didn't go off when I went further into the other sections of different rooms, but it would keep going off right there. And also there
Yep.
was a lady there that worked there, and once she left me, it didn't want to communicate anymore either.
And yeah, so you see it flickering, and what it's doing is it's detecting
That's
a
Steven's
different.
feet.
There's well, I mean, you've got your negative and positive
Oh
fields,
no,
so
I
that
was just
means
saying that's who it was with me. Steven's feet was there.
oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean that's the goal of the of equipment, right? Is to let
Yeah.
us know when something has changed in the field. And
Hmm.
that's what I like about those static nodes or static detectors or what people call them because there's so many names for them, but that's the goal of them is
Yeah.
that's what our job is to see when something changes and that could tell us potentially that we might have something there
And you can't
or at least
100%
something we're
say
looking
for sure that those are orbs, but it did look like there was at least one orb. Some of it could be dust near where I'm doing this that
well
has gone
yeah
by.
oh yeah
Yeah. Do you remember that's right out of the blue room, isn't it? When we were coming out there.
Yeah, it's right by lockers, and there's a rod with hangers on it. And they had reported to me after I showed her this. She said that when she would walk by this area, that those hangers would flick. Like no one would be there, and she'd walk in the room, and then the hangers just started shaking. And she was just saying, "Hi, whoever you are, I know you're there." So it's happened. They've had activity in that spot where it was going off
well
before.
and that's a product that I do make I haven't put it on the site yet. But
Mm-hmm.
I do get people to message me about them every once in a while, and I'll make one for them. But yeah, I mean they're awesome.
Yeah, there definitely was a cool piece of equipment, and uh, we also had uh, the box we got from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing it just automatically started producing results like the first time we kicked it out. So
Oh
that
yeah, those. Oh
This
yeah.
is the first one that's not on.
oh yeah, there it is.
And you can see the
Oh yeah,
little
sensor.
antenna
Yep.
there, the sensor there.
Oh yeah, those are perfect.
It
Yeah,
is
they're
great. And
Yeah, I
this
really enjoy
one
stuff like that.
actually had brought my S box too. I was using it showing a teenager earlier, a person how
Oh
this
yeah, yeah,
works.
yeah. Little portal
yeah,
box.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
those
showing
things
him
are
how you
amazing.
use it with this to get it to
Uh
work.
huh.
Yeah, he had never
Oh
been
yeah.
ghost hunting before or anything.
yeah.
But
Those are two highly high high quality items that that you do, and then they really really work. So I mean, they do what they're supposed to, and they're easy to function. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
yeah, can you and
Yeah.
you can use that basically with any spirit box. Like I used it with the S box, but you can use it with SBC7 and Isn't there an SB11? Yeah, you can do it with one of those also.
Yeah.
You don't have
I've
to
never
be an
used an
Xbox.
SB11 though, but
I haven't either. I'm pretty sure Greg Balkin has one.
oh yeah.
I'm
Oh
like
yeah.
90%. Yeah, he has one, I'm sure.
I was a big fan of the SB7 until I came out with my custom hacked box.
Hmm.
And dude, I love that thing because the greatest thing about it is well, that one, the idea came from other paranormal investigators.
Hmm.
Some people want just white noise.
Yeah.
Some people want the station frequencies to come through.
Yeah.
Well, that's the great thing about this particular custom box that I have is you can set the memory presets. You know what I mean? When you go to a different area, you can set them to whatever is station frequencies there are, or you can set them manually to dead stations to where it's nothing but white noise.
I like
Yeah.
her
And
ideas.
it's amazing, like what you can really do with it, but it's not as fancy, obviously, but it 100% does the job.
Yeah, I like that. I like the examples of what you were talking about, like that you had that your at your booth at the temple was exactly what you're talking about, and it's just so cool to see those,
Uh-huh.
how they really work, and and then how they differ from each other. So
Oh yeah, and it's like like the I have the SB DG box, which is like my cheaper spirit box. But
Hmm.
the reason why I keep that up is because of the the frequency range on that goes from like 60 to 108. And between 60 to 80 is pretty much a dead zone here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You shouldn't get anything really coming through. And I've been super surprised on that. There have been so many. And actually, at the temple, I think it was like 72.5 or something. I got something coming through sitting at my booth.
right,
And it was super weird. Um,
I'd like to mess
but
around
yeah,
some more with that.
yeah,
haha.
I'd like to mess around some more with that. The one that you were talking about where you had the lower frequency
Oh yeah.
um,
It's
availability.
most people look past that box because I mean, yeah, it's a cheaper box, but the whole goal of me having it is because I really pay attention to that 60 to 80 range. Because if I get something through there, then I know there's a very high possibility that it was not nothing,
Hmm.
from a station. It's almost impossible.
right,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, and that's
So,
Which is awesome. And that
yeah,
would be even more, it'd be more creepy, so it'd be more fun at the same
oh
time
yeah,
because you'd be like, oh, wow.
and I don't think most people that use spirit boxes really understand that part of it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They just expect to hear that sweep and then
Yeah.
the voices come through it. Well, when you have a box like that can go down as low as 60, I mean, I know it, so I'm going to pay attention to that part especially.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
And
for
hey, if
sure,
I don't get anything, then you just move to a different spirit box. That's the great thing about having multiple spirit boxes.
right, yeah. Yeah, especially just the different the different functions of each one of them. It's just it's so cool how that varies.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But
Yep.
and also, I mean, I fell in love with what would you call them?
Pair of
Your
ears.
periods?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
that
parrot ears. Yeah.
That's my favorite too.
that
Yep.
that
Yep.
is crazy, man. You just like like to hear like the slightest whisper sounds like a full
Hmm.
conversation.
Like it's
You know,
right next to you.
right
Yep.
next to you. You know,
Yep. That one actually I'm going to start on your guys's this weekend on that. So you
Mine.
will
Yeah.
she's
you
like,
will really enjoy that. No, I'm serious. You could probably hear a mouse fart in the wall. Not even joking.
man,
It's
Yeah.
yeah,
they're super fun to use, and it's
yeah,
super creepy when you sit in a dark room and absolute silence. You will hear sounds that you never even thought were there.
I'll have to do that more often. Just to
No, I
test
mean
it.
actually that's was one of my methods when I was with the teams. I actually do that all the time. I will go in a silent dark room by myself or even with
Yeah.
somebody else. I don't care. But that's what I do and just listen. You will be surprised the things you hear when you just sit and listen with those things.
Hmm.
yeah, man.
It'd be
they're
like people watching, which is what I used to do when I was younger. People watching, we'd be like people listening instead.
Yeah.
they're they're incredible, and we've been into some pretty scary locations, and doing our thing. But I
Yeah,
remember
awesome to have that.
you handed me those, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to hear everything. like,
I
like
did. I
Dude,
was
I
like,
mean,
"Give me that now."
you
Let me
got to
play
be
with it.
ready for it,
Yeah.
yeah,
because yeah. And the thing is I think what's great about those is, it's like the bionic ear, except, with a bionic ear, you have to point
Yeah.
it in one direction. Well, this
Mhm.
right,
is going to get every direction,
Doesn't have
and
your
that's the
funnel.
great thing about it.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said it doesn't have that funnel.
No, there's no funnel. So, I mean, you hear everything around you, and that's the great part. That's the creepy part about it, is you're hearing sounds that you didn't even know. Like, I
yeah,
mean, it's amazing.
yeah.
I
I
have a
remember when.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
It's been on there a while, and I've skipped it over, and I had to go back to it. So Courtney asked, Jesse, do you have any intentions involving a plasma ball or a Tesla coil or a Jacob's ladder? And that's an awesome question, I think.
Yeah,
It makes me excited.
I have had people ask me about it. I do have the intention of, especially the plasma ball. I'm really interested in how I can invert that into a piece of equipment that can be used, on an investigation. So, um, but is like the Tesla coils and the Jacob's ladders and stuff. I haven't really thought too much about those, getting too much deeper into those, but that's definitely something I want to do,
yeah,
especially in the future.
yeah. I mean, a
I
plasma
just
ball
got to
can
get
be.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
plasma
it
wall,
can
only
be.
because it's like a trigger object thing,
Right.
and that's where
Yeah.
my brain thinks trigger objects all day long.
Mine's like the Tesla coil. Huh. You got to work
Yeah,
hard on that one. It's going to take a lot longer.
yeah, no, it does. And there's really good Tesla coils out there, but you're
Uh-huh.
going to spend hundreds of dollars to
Yeah,
get, and you really got to be careful with Tesla coils too, because they put out so much energy that
Hmm.
there's so many false readings with other pieces of equipment that you're going to get in that room, and that's why you have to be careful with the Tesla coils.
yeah.
Um,
I definitely think
but
the plasma ball is something to really mess around with. Maybe, I mean, you could come up with something really cool, I would imagine.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. So that's probably what I'll have to do is eventually I'll get one and see what I can tinker with on it. And
When I think of a Tesla coil, I think more of you are actually probably creating a a frequency, or you're creating an atmosphere that's going to
yeah,
wake the dead.
right,
So I
right.
think it's something you'd take into like a cemetery
Uh
or
huh.
an abandoned location that you have no idea if it's haunted or not, and you're gonna be like, "Wake up, guys! Wake up!"
Well, and
Or
I
like,
think most of the problem with the Tesla coils is most of those you have to plug in.
uh huh,
So I think the real key to a Tesla coil is making a portable one that could be ran off battery power safely. You know what I
yeah,
yeah,
mean?
or sun
Because
powered, like sun powered, like the
yeah,
solar
like solar
panels.
power or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
to where it charges it from that and uses that current
yeah.
power that's in there. Yeah, and I think that's the key. That's probably where I would go with it, but I'm sure other people would have different ideas
Mm.
too. So
yeah. I think it would definitely have to be uh, mobile and have its own energy source of some sort. Um,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Maybe it depends on what you're using it for, or
Well,
what kind
yeah,
of business that you have. Like if you have your own location and you owned your own haunted location, and you powered it up and left it there, and you used it
hmm
for investigations there only, wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean those and the EM pumps I've gotten super good results with. I think. I mean, I encourage anybody to use an EM pump. Anybody. Like if you're going to investigate and you're going to do a spirit session, or you have equipment that you're asking it to use or whatever, use
yeah,
the EM pumps, use the Tesla coils. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're giving off energy for it to use. So you have a higher result, a higher positive result in getting those positive results. Like there's a better chance of something happening.
yeah, yeah. I think you're right with the EM pump, and I think we're gonna. I mean, we're definitely going to use ours more frequently when we get
I
back
think
out.
most people overlook it, but you know, at the end of the day, every investigator is different.
Solar batteries. Oh, he got frozen, I think.
He froze for a second.
I thought he just was reading the comments.
No, that's funny. He'll come back in
Was that me?
there.
Yeah, I thought you were just reading the comments really hard, like concentrating.
No. I
I
don't
was
even
like, which one are you trying to read? Which one do
see.
you want to read?
I don't even know. See, now my volume's jacked up.
Well, that's weird.
Oh, there it is. There.
Yeah.
I hear it.
I
There we go. Okay. Live
Yeah.
action Jackson. We're
was
back.
reading the solar batteries comment.
Yeah. We were just talking about EM pumps, and there you go. You were gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what happened. It's really weird. My wife swears that there's something here at my house. I've never encountered anything, but she's like, you brought something back.
Where does she think it came from? The temple?
I have no idea. I think,
Or do
but
you go to a lot of other places?
I'm a big believer, though. I believe everybody has a special ability with the paranormal, or they're more sensitive to certain things. So,
or a guide, a special guide,
yeah,
their own personal spiritual guide. I think everybody has a spiritual guide, and they might not always be there, but they're there sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to read these things.
Huh?
I don't know. I was just reading this, trying to read that.
It said, Courtney had said, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And we were talking about like a Tesla coil in a cemetery. And I said, come out wherever you are, or something like that. She said, energy vibrations to the deceased. And then we all were talking about solar batteries or solar panels or something like that about the way to power it up.
Then poof, Jesse's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought you were reading solar batteries and you were just like really concentrating on the comments.
Oh no. I was like, what the heck just happened?
I was like, no, I think he's frozen.
Yeah.
But I would like to tell everybody, I do have a code up for the next probably 48 hours for 15% off everything on the site.
Yay, Black Friday, pre-Black Friday.
It's just it's like an early Black Friday one, but
customer appreciation.
Yeah, pretty much. Literally, the code is 15. 15. That's cool. 15. That's the code.
And gosh, his stuff's already cheap enough. So I mean,
yeah, for real. So just 15. Type that in the coupon code, and bam, you'll have a discount.
It's worth buying even without the discount code. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's
and
awesome.
Where did they go to use that code?
DSGhost.com. I felt like I was like a radio guy right there.
I did too. I was kind of like laughing. You sounded like a DJ.
The one-stop shop for all your paranormal equipment. Go to DSGhost.com. Was that a good like commercial thing?
Yeah,
right
you need to record it.
We're gonna have you do record a promo for us.
Dude, I'm down. I don't even know.
Hey, he has a guitar and he sings, Jason, and you have that song that you want someone to sing for you. Hello.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, musician collaboration right there.
Okay. Yep. Let me put it out there. I don't want you to sing me a song.
He wrote a song that he's looking for someone to take and sing for his intro for his YouTube or something like that, and he needs somebody. I was just saying, hey, the light bulb came on.
Yeah. So after the, probably after the first of the year for sure, but you don't live that far away from us, so we're gonna have to get together on something.
How far? Well, I'm in like southeast Missouri.
Yeah, we're just in eastern Oklahoma, so
I think it's like 6 hours.
Yeah,
ish.
Dude, so my stepdaughter she is wanting to go so bad, and I promised her I would, so I've got to find somewhere to take her.
Yeah, definitely.
She wants to go ghost hunting.
She's 100% into it. She's been doing like her own research. I haven't really. There's a timer.
No.
Watch.
That means we've hit 1 hour.
It's my watch. Yeah, no, it means it's 30 minutes left. 1 hour.
Yeah, so she's been super interested, and she's been doing her own research about the afterlife and paranormal, and
it's awesome.
I think she's got herself interested in it, so she's been asking questions, and she's asking how she can be safe about it, and so we went over all that.
We know a hotel room in St. Louis, Missouri that's very haunted, and some other places that we went
Yeah.
to also.
Where, yeah,
Jason, where was that? The Exorcist house. What neighborhood was that?
Yeah, that's in South. Where was that? It was southeast St. Louis, I think it was in. But yeah, we're there.
You
We're
just
there.
look up the Exorcist house. I think you can Google the address.
Yeah, yeah. You can Google the address. I don't have it right here, but yeah, it's where the actual events happened that inspired the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I
We
was
went.
thinking like we could just take a trip down to Oklahoma or something, but I mean,
Yeah, but you could drive by there and show her that. She'd probably be interested to see it.
she'd probably
She'd
make
probably be
me
excited.
stop, and then we'd have to walk around the house 5,000 times.
Yeah.
Maybe if the little kids aren't in the front yard playing like they were when we went by there and they were playing with a sprinkler, and I was like, Jason, stop taking their photos. The front door's open. Their mom's
They're
going to
gonna
think
think
we're
we're
pedophiles.
creepers.
Yeah. I
I
was like,
told
their
her.
mom's going to call the
I told
police.
her. So I was like, hey, I'm sure they get this all the time.
Oh yeah,
Then I was like, I'm not taking pictures of the kids. I'm taking pictures of the house. So,
that's awesome.
and
Well,
she's like,
also,
no.
I thought they might not want publicly posted their children playing in a
Yeah,
sprinkler.
oh, I'm sure.
Post it
Yeah.
on Facebook Live. That's my take on everything.
That's
She's
funny.
like, go, go. I'm like,
There
I'll
we
get
go. Courtney's on it. Look at that. Yeah, I
Oh,
think it
dang.
is the right address, Jason. Right?
Okay,
Uh,
they're
well, it's not in Washington D.C. though.
Oh, no, that's the one that where they like probably filmed at or something, not the actual.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. We could have
Because
done
I
that.
saw
Yeah.
that one also. But there's one in St. Louis, Missouri, Courtney, that's where it actually took place and inspired the story, which was also turned into the movie, which is the actual, literal, actual house, not the movie house. I
Yeah,
think he froze again. Nope, he didn't. Okay, he's
yeah.
good. Yeah, I think.
Oh, I'm still here. I was turning the phone.
Oh, yeah,
But
and it
yeah,
does that.
we can meet up. Like we can go
Yeah.
like to
There's
the.
Ernie! They said the exterior shots were in D.C.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The actual house is it's just in this neighborhood that you wouldn't expect. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like a really nice neighborhood, and then you just go through there and you see the house, and it's just looks like it's like a normal house, but I mean it's like a
That's
2-story house, but it's really nice.
Hey! Ernie
Yeah,
back!
I think the only thing I've done like in St. Louis is the Limp Mansion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we found some freaking. I was a little skeptical at first, but after me and my wife went there, we went there just me and her the whole weekend, had the whole house. She's not skeptical anymore. She 100% believes in it. We actually heard an audible cough behind us, like behind me.
When?
That's awesome.
At the Limp Mansion, we were up in in the top floor where they have the ice machine and all that, and we were at that table setting up stuff, and there was an audible cough behind me. We both heard it with our own ears. She freaked out. I was like, she's like, did you hear that? I'm like, yeah, it was a cough. Like, I'm like nonchalant. She's like, oh my God, what do we do? And I'm like, well, I mean, I was trying to set up the equipment.
Yeah.
So then she got freaked out and she slept with a flashlight the whole night.
That's
Not even
awesome.
lying.
It's the portable nightlight, don't you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
As she was saying, that we did look up some of these places too, Courtney. The Javier College Church, we had looked up that place, but I think that it wasn't like we couldn't go there for some reason.
No, we did go there, remember? But the like
But
it wasn't there.
there.
It was like yeah, it's a parking lot now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We couldn't go there. It wasn't like somewhere you couldn't go there.
Yeah. We went to the church. Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah. We can we could get like I said, we were talking about getting together. We could get to like the Crescent Hotel or maybe even like the Fee House or something like that.
Or I really still want to try to see if we can go to Sequoia's home.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or Spiro Mounds or both, like at one time, like.
Listen,
and then
you
there's
guys just
also
let me
Fort.
know, and I'm fucking driving there, and we're going.
Yeah.
Want some Native American action?
Dude,
Yeah.
yep,
And
I'm
then we have
down.
that cemetery and that old church house that we went to too. That we had
Yeah.
some responses and stuff in.
I don't know if it's outside though. Like right now is the coldest time of the year. So,
Uh huh.
but is
With
it that
no
cold
heat.
down there?
I don't know. It was
It's
like
pretty cold here. Yeah. I mean, if you want to sit and squat all night long, you need a heater or something.
yeah, it was like in the 70s today, I think. So,
Oh, that's much warmer than it was here.
yeah. But at nighttime,
Look at this. He said, Jesse Stewart, I have no idea how to use my equipment I got from you. Help.
What?
That's funny.
he just had a birthday,
Did
Ernie.
he?
And yeah, and he's 25.
Happy
He's
birthday,
25.
Ernie.
He's 25 years old.
Yeah, and it was their anniversary too.
Oh,
Ernie,
I didn't know
send
that.
me
I
a
knew it was his
message
birthday.
on the Facebook.
Yeah, and
And
he
I'll
can give
take
you
care
a
of you.
video demo.
Yeah,
He'll
dude.
show you a video of how to do it.
I got you. I think you got the
Yeah,
Echo box.
yeah.
Did he?
We've been there, Courtney. We went to Goatman's
Yeah,
Bridge.
I was going to show you that. She said that we've been there. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. It's not that. It's not really that far from us at all.
Really?
Ernie from the Paranormal Network.
Oh, Ernie. Yeah,
The youngin. He is a young
Pac-Man.
lady.
The
Pac-Man
Pac-Man's in
is a
there.
youngin.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get him a
Awesome.
biscuit. He'd be all right.
Yeah. Sit with your biscuits in
He
your
likes him.
pajamas and watch videos of how to use the equipment.
Right.
Oh, it's on her top 10 of her bucket list. You should go there, but go at nighttime when there's not a lot of people because it'd
Yeah,
probably be a lot better timing.
yeah. You definitely have to go at nighttime. Um,
Huh.
go in the evening time, so so you can kind of see it in the day a little bit, and
When
then
there's not 40 families with their kids
yeah,
there taking photos.
yeah. It's a crazy spot. If it's a good photo spot, so people were taking pictures and everything. Somebody said the prime time to go is really kind of like in January and around that area because not a lot of people are out there. So
I
yeah,
don't
it'll
know,
be
but it's cold though.
Here's
yeah.
another question. Anyone tried sound frequencies to attract spirits?
Well, I mean,
Your little thing, but he wasn't in here when you showed
yeah,
it. You want to
to
show?
to a point. So this little bad mama jamma. So I don't know if you can hear it, but this will.
Hey,
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. Yep.
hey, Greenheart.
Sounds like a dang robot almost. But yeah, this kind of does the same thing, but puts out somewhat close of a frequency of your whatever it hears.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
really
cool. Like I'm
Yeah.
pretty intrigued.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
different. It's not super loud, so it's definitely something like it's intended for you to hold it and walk with it, because you can see the light dim down as there's a change, and you can hear it clear as day.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And actually, the other one I don't have one made right now, but it's the Bella box. So it's very similar, but it does the same thing. It takes in the sound and it puts out the light. So you'll see two LEDs light up every time it hears something.
Okay.
So it's kind of similar to the parrot ears, except you're not hearing everything. You're just seeing a visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
the
that's pretty
pyramid. I want to get the pyramid.
The pyramid, yeah.
Yes.
I have a prototype back here still, but yeah, no, that's super cool. It's super sensitive. Retarded sensitive, actually.
You know what you should do? You should have a contest of
Here
to
you go,
see who
Eric.
can name your to name that little device.
This one?
Cliff.
Yeah. So you can have the most creative name.
That's funny. I want the coffin box, Courtney said. She wants them all the coffins.
All the coffins.
I want all the coffins.
Coffin boxes are super popular. Yeah. I like the red
cool.
the red one myself, but
I like all of them. I don't care.
Yeah, I liked all of them.
well, like I think one of them that you might have gotten, I got to
Green and black.
what is it?
Green and black.
I thought it was yellow, but that's
There
all
was a
right.
yellow and black one too.
Oh, okay, yeah. So those they're 3D printed, but then I have to design and paint them, and then I put
Ah,
a polyurethane over them to protect
okay.
the
Yeah.
paint. So
Yeah.
it is a little bit of a process, but it's fun and
Yeah.
it's cool. It's gnarly looking.
Yeah.
I like polyurethane.
Yeah, dude.
Used it before. Yep.
You're still making the ones with the different like the different bulbs on the top, right? The little like the
The
classic.
nostalgic.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
nostalgic ones.
I
Yeah.
like that too. Yeah. He has them on there listed still.
Yeah, nostalgic. Yeah, the nostalgic ones are pretty cool. And I actually got a new type of bulb that I'm using. It's actually a legit nostalgic bulb, but I got it to wire in that bulb, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
super cool. It's
They
gonna
said
be
they used the pyramid squatching and they got hits on it. Ernie did.
did
That's
he?
cool.
That dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I remember him and his buddy talking about that.
Yeah.
Want to take it doing that. That is awesome. That'd be cool if they had some video of that though.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
Everybody's in here now. Hey,
Yeah.
sister. Hey, Beth Ellen.
So yeah, make sure that's pretty cool too. If you have any of his gear, take video of it, and then everybody love to see it in action. Make sure
Dude,
you
That
I
tag
love
sounds like something I'd say.
I love seeing stuff like that. If I don't get like a D's ghost or D's blank meme sent to me, I get that all the time too.
You do?
Oh yeah,
People
people
make
send.
homemade memes of for you and they send them to you?
Yeah, mostly it's like
That's
D's
funny.
nuts or D's ghost stuff like that. Like they put it together. It's actually pretty fun. Uh, I enjoy the comments. I have fun with it. A lot of it. It's super fun. Um, but that's my personality though too. Is I like to have fun with most things. So
Are
it's
you
all good.
selling the headphones with the spirit box attached right now? Someone said they want one.
Yeah.
I probably am because I've had a lot of people message me on that. And what I would tell people if you want one, I'm going to recommend that you either message me personally or you can go on the website and there's a little message button that you can hit for Messenger, or go to thedsghost.com on Facebook and message me there if you'd like one, and I can get one going for you.
Yeah.
I didn't know you can get whatever music you want on the antique box.
Yep, the antique box and the music box. You can get pretty much any length of a minute, up to a minute of sound
I need to
that you
message
want.
you then.
Yeah, you just need to send me the link of what you want on there, and then I will
Yes.
download it in there.
Yes.
Um,
You got one with the Freddy Krueger song. That's cool.
Nah, that's not what I want.
I've got that. I've had people do that one. I've had people do Ring Around the Rosie. I've had people do ACDC. I've had people do yeah. I mean, there's so many things that I've had.
Highway to hell.
Oh yeah, I've had a
I can
lot.
imagine that.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'd be surprised what people want. But I can, yeah. You
That's
just put
cool.
it. Tell me, send it to me, and I'll get it on there for you.
I have an idea of one.
It's probably gonna be super epic.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Ghostbusters song is really popular on that
No.
too.
No.
Actually, that's my ringtone.
I do
Is
like
there?
this song, but I don't want it on that. Yeah.
Hey, the new one comes out this week.
Yeah.
The what?
The
The new
16th.
Ghostbusters comes out this week.
We have Bluetooth speakers that played 528 hertz, and another speaker played 856 hertz sound. It was really freaky. They had to turn them off on the investigation. Did it trigger any objects like a room pot or something, Cliff? Because usually those high frequency hertz sounds are supposed to vibrationally like trigger things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my stupid watch. I have to fix it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you answer your cell phone and you hear those. Have you ever had that happen? Where somebody calls and you answer it, and it's just like,
I do like that one better. She said the Munsters theme song. I love that one.
Oh
And the
yeah,
Adams
see, that'd be a good
Family.
one.
That or the Adams Family. But that wasn't the thing I was thinking in my mind.
Oh yeah, it's endless. If you can send me a clip or even a link to something for about up to a minute, it's going to go on there.
Ah, that's cool. That's such a good idea.
Oh yeah,
That
oh
would
yeah.
be really cool.
And the only thing I got to tell people about the most confusing part about our tunes boxes, these Ghost tunes box, is they are night activated. So they are designed to be used in blackout or very dark investigations. So basically, if you try to use it in the daytime, you're not going to get an accurate reading. The PIR sensor that's used in there is designated for blackout investigations. It will
And
work
that's for which
100%.
box?
The tunes box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any
The
of the
regular
tunes
coffin
boxes
shaped tunes box or the
or the
nostalgic
antique
one?
or the antique
An
box,
antique?
yeah.
Okay.
And the reason I do that is for debunking purposes,
Yeah.
because it's harder to debunk in pitch black when something, you know what I mean, makes it go
Yeah.
off in pitch black. But in the daytime, there's too many lights, too many things that can cause it to go off.
Yeah, I remember talking to you about that in Kansas, but I think that's really cool because it does eliminate some things. You know, it's more legitimate if
Uh-huh.
it goes on. You know, so
And it will pick up. I mean, even if a person walks by, I think you were able to see that when we were using it in the basement aspect of the temple.
right.
That's my song.
So
Look.
For the Reaver.
Yeah, it's my
Ooh,
favorite song in the whole entire universe.
that would be that's all on the movie Stand, The Stand too.
Need more cowbell.
Yeah,
Right?
that's awesome.
The cowbell trigger
Will
when it
Ferrell.
goes off.
Toot, toot.
Would it be the regular cowbell like at a tailgate party or like the cowbell like on Blue Oyster
Yeah.
Cult where they're actually hitting it? The hollow sounding cowbell.
No,
Heck yeah.
that's funny.
Hi, Biff.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of comments now.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
all kinds of people in there. Yeah.
I know.
I can't see how many people are in here.
Ernie, you brought the herd.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
"Hi, Biff." She said, "Shout out to the devil. Shout out the
Shout
devil."
out to the
Excuse
devil.
me.
Oh yeah, Motley Crue. Definitely. You could do so many things with it. That's the cool thing about it. People don't realize it is they can do that. And I probably should put that on there, but some people get complicated.
Metallica.
That's all right, though.
Metallica song would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, it would be cool.
Oh yeah, that's another. I had Inner Sandman. Somebody requested to put on there, so I had to put that one on there.
I was thinking part of the Unforgiven.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Unforgiven too.
Yeah.
But the first song I was thinking that first popped in my mind that would just be perfect for the moment was, "Hello, is there anybody in there? It's not if you could hear me." And I was like, "Oh, that'd be perfect because
oh yeah,
you would want that. You'd want him to do that, and you wouldn't be wanting to know if there was anybody in there."
oh yeah.
One song that's super creepy is "Tiptoe to the Tulips." That's a creep song.
I feel happy.
Yeah.
I feel happy.
Well, like right now, it comes stock with it's like a creepy like carnival, like
yeah, I think I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's pretty creepy when you're in the middle of pitch black
Yeah.
nothing and that thing goes off. You're like, oh my god.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Oh
but
yeah.
that's really
Is
cool.
it brain death? She said that's brain dead. Is it?
Oh, I don't know. That's very interesting, though, because I had no idea you can customize the music. Now you're going to have everybody.
I thought it was, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Comfortably numb.
Well, I always tell people just put it in the notes, like what you want the artist in the song or whoever makes the sound or whatever, and I'll.
Good night, Cliff.
If I can find it, I'll put it on there.
Look at this. I need one with Snoop Dogg murder was the case that they gave me.
There you go.
That's what Beth said.
I got you.
Mo murder, my Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh yeah, mo murder.
Yeah, the slow part where it's like really slow and creepy.
Mo murder, come again.
Yeah. Dear Mr. Ouija, I want to know my future. Would I murder?
Gotta creep and get Pete. Maybe succeed. Pete, gotta know that buster. Straight jacket. Gotta make
Oh my
that
God,
money,
that'd be
man. Still the
funny.
same now. And I woke up on why? Because it's the first of the month.
That's pretty awesome.
I don't even know how I remember that, but I
Creeping
do.
on, I'll come up.
That's awesome.
Well,
The
you
crazy,
never
scary
know.
violin theme from Dexter. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool too. That's a pretty cool song.
Oh,
Cats
yeah.
meow or creepy whispers, not whiskers. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna look it up. Courtney is the song that I was saying. The hello, is there anybody in there? I just thought I was like, man, that would be cool if it said that.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of my. That's actually my biggest seller is the Tunes box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking
Yeah, but
$85-$90.
I was just freaking say that. You look
Hey,
how much
Valerie.
people. You look how much people are charging for those things out there. It's
Comfortably
crazy.
numb.
I
Yes.
think
Isn't
I've
that
seen
what's
like
cool?
what? Like I think the most I've seen is like $400 or $500.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're the mechanical versions,
Right.
and I didn't do the mechanical version because I waited till after those were released to see the customer feedback, and people started contacting me asking if I could make them, and they said the biggest flaw was if it was dropped, it was done.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
so
done.
I'm like, okay, so how can I make something that you can, if it does drop, you're less likely to break the pieces in it. You know what I mean? So then I went to a digital version of it, and that's where it goes.
Valerie said hi.
What's up?
I got
Yeah.
some really cool things from her too.
We
Oh yeah.
we messed with we were messing with one during investigation at Waverly Hills, the mechanical one. Somebody had one, but I don't
Uh-huh.
remember who
It
did it.
was Holly. It
Was
was
it
the metal
Holly?
one. Yeah, I really wanted one, but I was like, $400. That's
Yeah.
highway robbery.
Right. You know,
Did
and
it
it was
work well
really
for you
cool.
though?
It did work well, yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was
It worked
good.
good, and it was triggered in the dark when we were in the room where they had the what do you call them? Where they
We were in
stick
the
the
morgue.
bodies.
Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
were in the
Yeah, in the
morgue.
morgue.
Yeah.
And it was off setting off by itself, and it was triggered in the dark by movement.
And I think the only other difference mine has is as long as there's no more detection, it will play for a minimum of 30 seconds. So, and the reason I did that was because if you put it in another room, you know what I mean, with nobody in there, you can
Yeah.
verify that it went off, because with those manual ones, the ones I've been seeing anyways, they go off for like a second and then they turn off.
Yeah.
And so this will continue to play for about 30 seconds to let you know, to confirm that something had triggered it.
Yeah. It was, it was cool because it was the first time we ever messed with one, and it drew so much attention because not a lot of people really had them, because they're so expensive. And
Yeah.
then, it was cool to see it in action, and then how they functioned, and I was impressed with just the idea of it. So, it's really cool that you took it and made it like an in-house version, like where it doesn't, where it's not going to bust to pieces, like you were saying. And then,
Oh yeah, and I think actually, me and what's the bigger the taller guy's name? I can't remember his name.
You're talking about from the Fear Fest?
Yes.
The taller person?
Yeah. John maybe, or
John wasn't. He's not that tall. I mean, he's taller than you are. He's taller than
that's right.
Steven.
I don't know. We were on the second balcony in the theater.
Yeah.
And I actually dropped the box, and he's like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Dude, we're good." And I picked it up, put the lid back on, bam, we were good to go.
yeah.
So it was like proof that like I dropped it and it didn't break.
That's funny.
That's pretty awesome.
The show must go on. Coffin box. Oh, is that guy with the ball? I think he's asking this to Ernie, and I don't know if Ernie's still there, but Joshua has a question. Is the guy with the ball really active at Waverly Hills? Someone's doing an investigation there tomorrow night. Yes, to my knowledge and from our experiences. And there Ernie is answering. He said, Gary, he was active. It was active.
Yeah, we had a good time at Waverly for sure. But
Yeah, I've never been there, and my wife wants to go there.
That's awesome. Thriller. That's a good song, too. That'd
yeah.
be a good song. Or beat it. Beat it. I'm a demon spirit. Beat it.
Make our own song of it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's funny that you mentioned that where you talked about you dropped the music box there in the balcony. We were in there, but we were down on the floor when
Yeah.
that happened. Yeah, because
Yep.
I remember you
Yeah,
dropping it.
no, and it was good. We were golden after that. Still functioned and everything.
Yeah, we
pretty
were,
cool.
and we were actually looking at him. I think
Yeah.
we were yelling at you for something, like we were saying something to you.
Oh, okay.
Who was it that was with you? It might have been John that was up there. I don't know.
I think it was John.
Yeah.
But
had to have
yeah,
been.
this
That's cool.
location. It's
The Vincent Price voiceover from Thriller. That would be
oh
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah.
So that would be awesome. I would like to use these orb things that I got now in there and see how that would work.
Yeah.
That would
Go
be
there. You
totally
should go there if you haven't been there.
Yeah, I've never been there.
And then you can take the child that wants to go explore the
I'd have to tell
stepdaughter.
him the true story.
Yeah.
Let him tell the story and be like, did you want to hear the true story?
Yeah. It's always nice to have the actual.
And then I'd probably get kicked out.
Probably.
No, because you do it in private. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just record it though, so you can keep it for later.
Right.
Well, guess what? It's time for our show to be over. But we could totally probably sit here and keep going and going and going for hours and hours. But
yeah.
So it
well,
says,
I appreciate you guys having me on. And
on the bottom there.
Huh?
It says on the bottom there, I was just going to say, we're very glad you came on. And if you have some more inventions in the future, we'll bring you back on to show some more of those things off. And then also, when I get stuff that I'm going to get, then I might want to
most definitely
show it off on another episode too. But do you want to tell everybody where they can go and tell them about the discount code that you're doing for
Free definitely.
Black Friday or whatever?
So if you're looking for ghost hunting equipment on a budget that works amazingly, go to deezghost.com, and that's it's DEEZ ghost.com, and use code 15. So type in 15 and you'll get 15% off your order for the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yay.
His stuff's already at a great price, so you know.
Yeah, so you're going to get it much cheaper anyways, and you'll be able to see the new orbs, and you can pick those up. Boom.
I think she meant very.
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtney, you're funny. Dry, intriguing podcast. I think she meant very.
Very.
But that's funny. Dry and intriguing go together.
What was it one time? If people wanted to direct message you and everything, that's okay?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. You can get me on Facebook. You can go to Deez Ghost on Facebook. You can go to the website, hit the message button. I'm just
going to tell on him. If you private message him, though, you'll get a response faster.
I'm pretty. If you message me, I'll message you back.
I was like, I haven't heard back from the website. I'm going to go message him personally.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you for coming on.
No problem. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Have a good night. You'll be back in the future, right?
No, he's gone. I don't know what that was about.
Bye.
Anybody? That was Jesse, by the way. There you go.
Those are awesome for spiritual communication.
Make sure you follow him.